All right, back for another beer review, and today I'm reviewing another beer from the Burlington Beer Company, and they're out of Williston, Vermont, and this is their Orbital Elevator. So they are calling this an Oatmeal Double IPA Pale Ale, comes in at 8.3% alcohol by volume, 40 IBUs, and at the time of review, this beer is just under 2 months old. So I've been reviewing a lot of Burlington beers. We're getting them in the Western New York area. I'm loving it. And this is one of the latest beers that I grabbed from them. So they don't mention much on the can itself, but on Untappd, they say they're using oat malt, and they're using flaked oats, and they're then hopping this one with Dorado, Mosaic, and Simcoe. Sounds delicious to me. Now, it is almost 2 months old. I picked this up a couple weeks ago, so it was already pretty old when I grabbed it. I really didn't look at the date. They have the date. I know it's not going to show up on camera, but they have it like on the side, real small. I was looking on the bottom, just didn't see it. That's on me, but whatever. I've had a 4-month-old triple IPA that they did, their 4th anniversary beer. That was amazing. So, you know, I mean, we should be all right. I mean, I'm hoping we're all right. I mean, I'm not all right, but hopefully the beer is. So, pouring out like your typical New England style double IPA, a deep honey orange color, about a finger and a half of a, like a light tan, almost off white into light tan head. Very turbid, murky, the whole nine. Let's get a nose. Still smells delicious. Tons of OJ off of this one, tons of orange and tangerine. That's my water bottle off camera. Just made a loud popping noise. Good times. Yeah, there's a nice malt component here, probably from the age a little bit. Almost a slight crackery, yeah, like a sweet cracker malt component. But mostly orange, tangerine, a little bit of passion fruit. Maybe some like honeydew melon vibes as well. Smells pretty good. Let's get into it. Cheers. Tasty. First thing I will say though, 8.3%, picking up on a little bit of alcohol stringency on the palate, which is a rarity for New England style IPAs and double IPAs nowadays. I've had so many triple IPAs that, you know, are 10, 11, 12% that drink like they're, you know, half that. Yeah, so a little bit of alcohol stringency, but on the palate, all the oat malt and the flaked oats, yeah, super luscious, creamy, soft and smooth mouthfeel. The body is like higher side of medium body, has a nice heft behind it. And then, honestly, the taste kind of translates, but to varying levels of intensity from the different fruit characters. Getting way more honeydew melon on the taste. A little bit of like a peachy apricot stone fruit vibe. The orange and tangerine are there, but they're kind of dialed back a bit and reined in. There is this nice, like soft bitterness too. The alcohol in conjunction with those hops are kind of drying out the palate, and it finishes with a... There's like a semi-dry finish to it, but also the bittering component is moderate. So this isn't a super sweet double IPA. And again, this is almost 2 months old, so I thought maybe some of the hops would die off, and if there was a decent amount of bitterness, it would... No, it's very balanced. It's very balanced. That's another very tasty beer from Burlington. Not much more to say about it. It doesn't have a ton of complexity, but for 8.3%, I'm really enjoying the flavors that they're bringing and the intensity to the flavors that are here. It's just not overly complex. A little bit of that alcohol stringency as I keep on drinking on, it's kind of waning a bit. It's not as prominent as it was in the first sip. But overall, it's another tasty beer from Burlington. So I'm going to give Orbital Elevator from Burlington Beer Company, I give it a solid 4.25 out of 5. If not for that slight alcohol stringency, I'd probably get a 4 or 5 or higher, because this is a damn tasty beer. It's just, I think with the alcohol, after a while, I'd kind of get sick of that. I would just be like, I'm just kind of done. So I think I'd be one and done with this can. But if you see this in the Western New York area or wherever else you can get Burlington, the brewery, Vermont, wherever else they distribute, grab one. Probably grab it fresher than I did, but at the same time, if you have a couple months on it, I don't think you're going to be too disappointed. So anyway, 4.25 out of 5 for Orbital Elevator from Burlington. Appreciate you guys stopping by for another beer review. To the next one, cheers.